wherever you are. I hope your summer safe, surrounded by love, light, happiness, joy, abundance, and filled with so much faith. Real quick, can y'all do me a favor? Please hit that like button. Please hit share. Please hit subscribe, and please turn that notification bell on to all so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And if you like to donate, you do not have to. It is not a requirement, but it is truly appreciated. And it definitely helps out a lot. The information is in the description box down below. And thank you from the bottom of, but with all of my heart, ahead of time to anybody and everybody who chooses to do so, and to everybody who has been, and for the super thanks and the memberships and everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless your beautiful, gorgeous souls tenfold. Please keep in mind within watching any of my readings or anything that I post that you are in understanding and agreement that I am not reliable nor responsible for anybody's actions but my own. So please only take... Hey Hunter, how you doing, honey? How are you doing, Hunter? Please only take what resonates and leave what does not resonate for whom it resonates for. Remember, he could be she could be he. Roles could be reversed. Just don't make anything fit that doesn't fit because you don't want to break your beautiful divine puzzle. With that being said, I hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. And hey, Hunter, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm doing amazing. Actually, I'm doing really good. Doing great. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you here, sweetheart. Clyde's here too. He's sleeping right next to me. So yeah, there's a karmic. There was a King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, it's like a karmic masculine that's like a gold digger. You know, confirmation. Okay, a gold digger that does not want to see you win, and that doesn't want to see you win. Okay, this could be, I don't know if this is, and they're in some sort of they're in toxicity. Okay, it was the King of Pentacles to the, and that reverse to the devil in the upright. Okay, they could be trying to bind you and possibly your business, or this could be a father figure. The Emperor card was in the upright, so I feel like they're trying to bind your business, but this could also be like whatever you're working on, whatever you're if you have a business, they're trying to bind it, they're trying to attack it. Or this could be a father, uncle, a grandfather, or a masculine energy. Okay, but this person doesn't want to see you win. Okay, and they're constantly trying to attack you, and they refuse to see you for who you are. They're stuck in the past, or they're like their perception of you, they're like whatever they made up in their mind about you. And and whatever they made up in their mind about you is you were never that. Okay, and they're still thinking of like before, like I don't know, in your darkest times, in your worst times, and they're like adding on to it. They refuse to, something about refusing to let go of the past. Okay, and they keep like trying to attack you, and it keeps backfiring onto them. And yeah, your spirit team's like had enough of it. Okay, and they're going to watch you win. Okay, they're going to watch. Hey Jenny, how you doing, honey? Hey Mike, how you doing? Mike, please behave. Okay. Sounds like my corrupt trusty uncle. It could definitely be, could be Jenny. Oh, who's that? I didn't see that one. Hi Divine, how you doing, honey? And they're going to watch. Okay, they're going to watch. This person keeps bringing up your past. Okay, and past, like not only just your past, but the lies that were made. Okay, and in their mind, and their thought about you is what they heard of you, things that they made up in their head about you, and it was never true. Okay, and some of it they know it wasn't true, but they're making it true. Like this person is fixated heavily on destroying you, binding you, and attacking you, and trying to stop you. And if you have a business or your work, they're trying to bind it. Okay, and they're heavily projecting negative and toxic energy onto you. But it's not going to happen. And like your spirit team's had enough of it, right? And like you're going to be like, I just keep seeing Psalm 23. Okay, they are, God's preparing to take a walk for you in the presence of your enemies. So they're going to watch you win. Okay, and they're already starting to see this. They're not liking it, and especially every time you do better, like I tell you all the time, every time you do better, they do worse. And it's just like it really gets under this person's skin. Okay, like really bad to see you anytime if you're still around this person, like anytime like something good happens for you, this person could like, and I feel like you could pick up on it. Like they'll try to act like, oh, that's cool, but you can see it, you can feel it. You know what I mean? And if it's not you, if you're disconnected from this person, other people are seeing this. Like they just can't simply be happy for you, which is a shame. Okay, but they're not going to stop you. That's the whole thing. Okay, so, and let's just take a minute to like thank God, okay, for how amazing He is, and thank you God, thank you God, thank you God for everything. Okay, because my left ear's ringing. Yeah, somebody really, really, really just needs to thank God. Okay, because He's protecting you, and He's doing something amazing for you. There's something amazing about to happen. All right, and there's no stopping this. Okay, any door that God closes, no man can open. Any door that God opens, no man can close. All right. And somebody just keeps trying to delay you, attack you, stop you, and block you. And it's simply not going to happen. All right. It's not going to happen. Somebody could be trying to curse you, because when I went to go put the frequency on, that one frequency that I like to use a lot, like it was the orange flame, okay, and it's like for victory, success. I went to go put it on, but then like when I was on the phone that I have it on, I originally put that one on, and then but on this phone, when I was getting ready to set this up, there was like, I was watching the video, and then the lady said the white, okay, and then so I ended up putting on the white flame. And it says burn away curses, evil eye, negativity, and spells. So somebody could be trying to attack you and curse you. Well, for sure, they could be sending an evil eye. Okay, and it's being burnt away. Okay, whatever they're trying to do. Yeah, the Emperor card in the upper. You could have a business possibly, or this could be a father, an uncle, or something. They're just trying to bind your finances and whatever you're doing. Okay. It's not happening. Okay, so I'm also getting somebody's having some sort of breakthrough in your career, possibly. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what's the collective need to know? Yeah, they got to walk away, okay? Somebody's trying to get you to walk away from your business, okay? Or whatever you got going on, and it's not happening, okay? This could be a father, an uncle, or it could even be an old boss that you walked away from, all right? But if you have a business, they're trying to constantly send negative energy confirmation to it to try to get you to walk away, but it's not going to happen, okay? Absolutely not. Keep going. You're doing amazing, okay? And I'm using the golden foil tarot deck, okay? It's the 3D golden foil one. So sorry if it's louder. Yeah, somebody's caught, okay? It's the Hangman in the reverse, okay? They got to walk away. They could have tried to sacrifice you, and they couldn't, because it's the Hangman in the reverse, all right? So you're not stuck, you're not stagnant, okay? And somebody could have tried to sacrifice you, and they can't. It's not happening, all right? So now they got to walk away, because you're not stuck, you're not stagnant. They can't do anything. They can't sacrifice you, okay? And they're trying to get you to walk away from your business or whatever you're doing, but you're not, okay? And they're trying to, you know what I mean? This deck has 2 extra cards in it. The one extra card, I set the intention for God stepping in. It's in God's hands. If it comes in reverse, it means the devil's stepping in, the devil's collecting. And the other one, I set the intention for twin flame. For those of you who resonate with twin flame, if it comes in reverse, it means false flame. Yeah, because they've been exposed, okay? They got to walk away now because they've been exposed. And you're about to be extremely happy, okay? It's about to see brighter days, because this person's going to finally stop, you know what I mean? Doing whatever they're doing, or they're going to have to walk away, because everything's going to backfire onto them. But they've been exposed as to why you walked away from them, and what, you know what I mean? And what they were doing, okay? They're trying to get you to walk away from your happiness, your joy, okay, and your abundance and prosperity, and that's not going to happen, all right? Somebody's being illuminated. They're being exposed, okay, for who they are. And like I said earlier, like, even if it's not you that's still around this person, confirmation. If it's not you, somebody could be a Virgo. If it's not, or a Scorpio. If it's not you, someone said it could be Eric. If it's not you, that's like, you know, still around this person, and like when something good happens to you, you see, you can tell, like they can smile like, oh cool, but you can see and you can feel it in them, like they're even having trouble like trying to cover up, like being like I'm seeing like someone like, oh yeah, nice, but you can see like they're gritting their teeth. And if it's not you that's seeing this, it's other people that are around them, and if they bring your name up, or they're like, oh, so and so is doing good and this is happening for them, like other people are seeing this. Okay, what they're seeing, this person's just like a straight hater. Okay, so it's affecting this person's health. Okay, they're unable to heal. Okay, also somebody, like, I that's so crazy because I literally just said it's affecting somebody's health. It's affecting someone's health, and the four swords in the reverse. Okay, so you're about to be extremely happy, all right, because and they've been exposed for how, like, they wouldn't quit, how they kept going, trying to expose you, trying to make you out to be somebody that you're not. All right, and like I said, it's affecting their health, and they could have something, somebody might be finding out that they probably know it's because of what they did to you. It's possibly, if they're attacking your health, it's backfiring onto them. All right, they tried to sacrifice you with that hangman in the reverse, right? And it backfired onto them. All right, so they've been exposed for relentlessly, okay, not resting, not giving it up, constantly trying to attack you and to make you out to be somebody that you're not, trying to bring you down. All right, and it's not happening. Somebody needs to rest. You're about to be happy though, okay? Rest assured that you're about to be happy, and there's major exposure coming in. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Please and thank you. Yeah, you release any deep emotional pain. You have no deep emotional pain with this person, okay? Or whatever this is. They're realizing that whatever they're doing, it's not affecting you, okay? So it's not, yeah, there's a lack of truth and clarity, okay? So we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's been attacking you because of lack of truth and clarity, okay? They did major betrayals, and this is the Three of Swords plus the Ace of Swords. That's four swords there, okay? In the reverse. Again, somebody's not resting, they're not healing, they're overindulging and trying to betray you, manipulate you, and go against you heartlessly, okay? But yeah, you release any emotional pain, you're moving forward, okay, and the truth is being exposed, okay? The first two cards out, this is crazy, that's four swords right there, that's, you know what I mean, and double swords. This is somebody who put a lot of thought behind what they did and how far they went, but you have overcome a lot of deep emotional pain, a lot of betrayal straight to the heart, and like major betrayal, okay, by people that you loved and cared about, okay, and you were able to overcome that. And now other people are seeing this, they're seeing how far you have come and how much you have overcome, okay? Somebody was working endlessly and tirelessly to betray you and to destroy you. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, what does the collective need to know? Somebody's in rough waters. Somebody could be a water sign. So I'm looking at these. Ooh, I don't know if I should take these cards. Yeah, they've been exposed for this. Okay, I'm not going to take them because they didn't completely, you know, they're the foil ones, so they didn't completely turn. But like, I just caught them, so I'm not really sure about it. But I'm not going to keep them. But they've been exposed for how endlessly and tirelessly they were going to try to destroy you. They were trying to completely end you. But you got your sword up and you are protected. Okay, so don't worry about any of this. You're about to be extremely happy because first of all, you are protected, and they're mad because you have your sword up against them and you know what's going on. Okay, what they've been doing to you. Yeah, there's a King of Swords and there's a Queen of Swords right there. You have your sword up against this person, okay? You're very loyal, very honest, very authentic. You know, you're very wise. You're very quick with it. Even if you don't speak on things, you know things, okay? And you're a natural born leader. You take the lead, okay? And somebody else is expecting you to do this. Your cutoff game is, there's a lot of swords here, dude. A lot of freaking swords. All right, Queen cut her off, okay? So you have no problem cutting people off, okay? And moving forward. And you're a natural born leader. They're taking the lead and going for what you want, what you need, and to do the right thing, okay? Even after all this major betrayal and everything else that you went through. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, very intelligent too. What does collective need to know? the star, okay? So somebody wants you to work endlessly, okay? They're trying to betray you. They're mad because you are a star, okay? And you're getting some sort of major success coming in, all right? Somebody, they wanted you, they're attacking your business, whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing. They want you to walk away. Why? Because you're about to have God's about to shine his light on you, okay? And whatever you're doing, you are a star in the making. It's coming in. Just continue focusing on whatever you're doing. You're getting the victory no matter what, because you are a star. You might not have been receiving what you should have been, and it's because of attacks. So they're constantly attacking and trying to bind you, okay? And it was that's right, the 9 of Cups in the reverse too. They're mad because they didn't get any success in what they were trying to do, okay, with you. So you stayed the course, you weathered the storm. They were at one point they were getting in by your emotions, okay? You had some sort of deep emotional pain like that you were struggling with, okay? Or they were getting under your skin. You're allowing them to get under your skin or whatever the situation is, but you release that pain. So now nothing's working. It's not affecting you. Anytime they try to stick a knife in you, that wound is already healed, okay? And it just goes right on past you, and plus you're protected and you have your guard up, right? So now there's a lot of people too that were trying to destroy you. They were going against you and trying to attack you. They wanted you to work endlessly and not rest, and constantly they wanted you to walk away from that business or whatever it is that you're working on, what you're doing, because you are the star. You're going to get major victory here. You could be a healer, and that could be another thing too. So everything that they're attacking, everything that they did to you, it just made you stronger, and you're a healer. You heal from whatever they sent you. So it's not even smart. So you have something coming in. It's on the fence here. It's like it's almost there. Just keep going, okay, and continue to keep releasing the deep emotional pain and moving forward, okay, victoriously, because it's coming in. Yep, and it's protected. You're protected, okay? You know, because you took the lead and you're doing the right thing. It's protected. You're protected, and you're cutting people off that you need to. You're moving forward. You're taking the lead. You're going after what you want, and you're not backing down. You're not allowing anybody to steal. Somebody's trying to steal your destiny. They're trying to steal from you, and because they're jealous and envious, okay? They want to keep seeing you as the person that they made up in their mind, that they made up about you, or if during your worst times, they're trying to still stick to that image, okay? And they've told a lot of people, they keep, and like they keep getting mad because all these things that they keep saying about you is proving that they're wrong, because you continue to keep going, all right? And other people are watching you, and they're seeing what you're going through, and you're an inspiration to a lot of people, and people are actually amazed at how much you have gone through. After all this, you're still getting the victory. You continue to heal, and you know what I mean? And you're very wise, you're very intelligent. You're like, they're mad that you took some sort of lead here, that, you know what I mean, even during all this major betrayals and the emotional pain, everything that you went through, and you did something with that. I'm seeing the Emperor card here too in my third eye again. So something that you did, something that you could have created, you could have started a business or something that you're about to get victory in, and like it keeps going. Every time I look at it, it's like it's going up more. It's like it's coming in. It's going to be there, all right. And they just continue to keep tacking it, hoping that you walk away from it, and they're trying to bind it and everything else. But their wishes are not being fulfilled with that. Why? Because it's protected. It's destined for you. It's something you created, something that you did, and it's written in the stars for you. And they're also, what I'm getting is to talk about a healer too. Okay, so you're continuing to keep healing from deep emotional pain and major betrayals. So you release any deep emotional pain and from major betrayals, but there is, I feel like, something else here that you're still healing from, that you're still doing, and that's what you need to keep doing, okay? Keep cutting the right people off and taking the lead and focusing on healing and working on whatever you're creating, whatever your business is, or whatever you're doing, that you are, you know what I mean, whatever you are doing, okay, because it's coming in. But there is some sort of betrayal that's still lingering around, that you need to, maybe that with that 4 swords in the reverse, that maybe you need to take a little time, maybe meditate, pray, and rest and go inward, you know what I mean? Because I did see the Hermit card in the reverse too during the pre-shuffle off camera. So yeah, maybe because like somebody's been attacking a confirmation, somebody's been attacking your business and your finances so much that maybe you've been working so much that you haven't been resting, okay? You need to meditate or pray, get some alone time, or just go inward, okay? Soul search and heal from, there's something that's still lingering around, some sort of major betrayal that you've been through that you might feel like you're fully healed from, and something about your inner child, okay? It's what I'm strongly getting, okay, that you need to go revisit something about it. Yeah, somebody needs to get like do a deep meditation and work on your inner child, okay? Like what do you call it? Your solar plexus, okay? Cleanse your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. But there's something up. I feel like it could even be like a mother wound, a father wound, or something from your childhood, okay? Also, or it could be from like a something like that. You know, you release the emotional pain from it, but there is still, you know, it was a major betrayal that's still lingering that you're still healing from, okay? That you just need to take some time to rest and heal, like to finish doing it, okay? Yeah, somebody's mad because they're not getting in the beginning. They lost out. They're watching you. They're seeing you become the star. They're mad because they lost out on a huge opportunity, which is you. All right, by betraying you and everything else, they're seeing you become the star that you are, and they're trying everything they can. They're trying everything they can to stagnate you, to steal your destiny, to stop you, block you, delay you, and to bind whatever you're doing because they're jealous and envious of you. Because and they're trying to get you to lose out on opportunities by, you know, spreading lies about you and doing major betrayals and everything else. All right. They're but just make sure, you might be feeling like, you know, I feel like you've just been working a lot. You need to take time to go inward. All right. So somebody could be, you know, maybe you're recovering from an addiction, pouring out alcohol or something like this. See how she's pouring this jug out. Maybe somebody, you know, you could be recovering from some sort of addiction, or maybe you need to. It could be cigarettes, it could be vaping, it could be alcohol, it could be some drugs, it could even be a sex addiction. She's naked here, you know, whatever it is. Or it could even be maybe detox from the internet, okay? A lot of people, they don't realize like that is an addiction too. Like people get addicted to their phones and stuff. It could be addicted to tarot, okay? It could be anything. But somebody needs to do a detox of some sort. All right, and I feel like it could definitely be internet, or just like away from people. Get outside, meditate. But I also feel like you need to go into a deep meditation and really go after your and cleanse your sacral and solar plexus. Okay, for sure. But and I feel like they want you to attack. They were constantly attacking you, this because they're jealous and envious of you. They're mad that you're the star. They can't steal your destiny from you, and they're trying to. And you cut them off with that Queen of Swords and that King of Swords there in the upright. They're mad that you cut them off, and you're moving forward victoriously and you're doing better, and they're losing out on this opportunity. So they're trying to get you to lose out on opportunities by spreading lies and trying to betray you some more. So they're trying to attack your emotions, but it's not working because you release those deep emotions. But there is some sort of like an addiction of some sort that I feel like confirmation. There's an addiction of some sort. It doesn't have to be like a drug or alcohol. It could be, but it could even be for somebody. It could be the internet. You know what I mean? It could be your phone. It could be a sex addiction. It could be whatever, okay? But that's making you lose out on opportunities. I could definitely see it being the internet or the phone, you know, electronics being, you know, something that's making you lose out on opportunities, okay? But somebody needs to do like some sort of detox of some kind, unless you know there's an alcohol. Like I said something about water. It could be alcohol for somebody. That maybe you're working on that and you're getting it under wraps. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is a false flame. This is the card I was telling you about that, you know, if it comes in it's a twin flame in the upright, false flame in the reverse. Somebody could be Spanish, doesn't have to be. Somebody can speak Spanish, but you know, it's your false flame, and they're not. And it says thank you, right? But they're not happy. They're mad because, you know what I mean. They're jealous or envious. They're watching you. They're trying to steal your destiny for sure. It's a false flame. They're trying to steal, you know, you. All right, but it's not happening. They're watching you and they're seeing you. They know that there's only a matter of time that this is in the upper right. They know you're the star. All right, and they're losing out on this huge major opportunity with you. And they're jealous and envious of you. They're trying to get you to lose out on opportunities, but that's not happening. So they could definitely be lying to your true twin flame. All right, they're doing some sort of dark manipulation on you. All right, and and it's backfiring onto them. They're doing love spells on you. You're about to get some sort of quick communication about this, okay? And about how they're losing out on opportunities, everything else. They're trying to get you to lose out on opportunities. They're doing love spells. They're doing all types of shit. They're doing a bunch of dark manipulation, okay? But it's just going to go, it's confirmation. It's going back onto them. Someone think it could be Dan. Danny or Daniel or Danielle. They're doing dark manipulation to try to get you to lose out on opportunities, but it's not happening, okay? They're trying to steal. There's somebody's losing their wand. Okay, this Ace of Wands in the reverse with that manipulate. My left ear's, wow, my left ear's ringing really, really loud right now, like really loud. Oh, hold on. Oh, wow. Okay, so damn, that was really loud. So this if it's not you that has an addiction, it could be your false flame. All right. Somebody could be drowning in themselves. They're drowning in emotions right now about you moving forward and everything else. Now you see there's the star confirmation. There's a star card, and there's a on this card, you see the star in the background in the circle, and they're mad with that magician card and this Ace of Wands in the reverse, right? So they're doing dark manipulation. They're trying to steal your destiny, to steal your stardom. They're gonna lose their wand though. Whatever they're doing is backfiring onto them, and whatever, like, you know, magic that they had in them, they're losing that. Okay, they're about to lose their damn wand. And this could even talk about, if it's a masculine, they might not be able to get, in her being naked, something about somebody not being able to get it up anymore. And it could be because they're doing sex magic on you and it's backfiring onto them, or they could be trying to stagnate your love life. They could have been lying about you. They could have been lying with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, okay, with her being naked here. They could have been lying, saying that you gave them some sort of STD or disease, or said that you did some promiscuous things, but it's not true. This is a lot of betrayal, a lot of manipulation, a lot of pain, a lot of agony, a lot of wounds. Somebody that cannot move on. They're mad because they're stuck in the rough waters that they put themselves in, okay? And they're watching you move forward, and now they're doing some sort of, they're trying to keep you stuck with some sort of dark manipulation, and it's not happening. And they're mad because they can't move forward, and they're stuck in the rough waters that they created, that they try to create for you, but it's not happening, okay? And they can't move on from you. This person's like hell-bent on you. This is somebody from your past. It's your false flame, okay? They're working alongside with other people from your past, okay? But this is on the fence. So somebody one from your past might come back to tell you about your false flame. All right, they want to come back. Your false flame wants to come back with you, but that's not happening. It's on the fence. So, you know what I mean? You need to tell them hell to the nah, nah, nah. All right? So, because they're doing some sort of low spells to try to get you back. Now, also in there's people that they were working alongside with from your past, okay, that wants to release some sort of, okay, so there's somebody that could be connected to your false flame, or just somebody that was once going against, you know what I mean, that was once working with your false flame to go against you, okay? They want to come back, but they're not coming back, okay? They're definitely not going to. Absolutely not. And I feel like there's somebody else there that does want to come back, or this could even be a child. Ooh, this could be a child or something else that wants to come back into your life because they're watching everything. They realize it was all lack of truth and clarity that they were coming up against you, and they want to release some sort of deep emotional pain. They might want to tell you what was going on, okay? And maybe they're breaking free of some sort of dark manipulation that your false flame had them under. Yeah, you're going to get some sort of quick communication though, okay? And you're rapidly progressing as well, all right? So now somebody from your past wants to come back in, okay? That could be connected to your false flame, or your false flame wants to too, but you got to keep that person away from you. So say no to your false flame for sure, obviously, so your true twin flame can come in if you're not already in a relationship with your true twin flame, okay? But there's somebody from your past who wants to come in, and either that's connected to them or that wants to tell you and give you communication about what your false flame was doing, and possibly to apologize, okay? To apologize to you because they were coming up against you because of lack of truth and clarity, because they were listening to your false flame and everybody else, okay? But you're going to get some sort of quick communication, and somebody does not like, your false flame does not like the fact that even during all your trials, tribulations, all your pain, all your agony, all your burdens, and, you know, everything, you were still able to release deep emotional pain, to move forward after major betrayals and burdens and everything else, and still, you know, better yourself. This person's having an ego death here. And they're seeing that you're rapidly progressing from your past. You're moving forward, and you're this, you know, they're realizing you're the golden ticket, right? And like these cards are the golden ticket, right? And that you're the star. And now that you called your energy back from your false flame, they can't siphon from you anymore. If you know what I mean? If you cut that cord and you disconnected that soul tie with them, and you're completely done with them, you're not checking up on them, you don't care about what they got going on, you don't wish anybody any harm, because that's not going to do to anybody. somebody. You know what I mean? You forgive them, you forgive them, you move on and just forget about them, you know what I mean? And just continue to focus on yourself, okay? Because they were once attacking you on deep emotional pain. Now the roles have reversed, right? This person, your false flame, wants to know how you're able to keep going, okay? And they don't think that it's fair that you're able, even, they actually get like kind of turned on the fact that like you work very well under pressure, and even like with all odds stacked against you, your ability to be able to recreate and to keep going, to rebuild, even with everything taken from you, you know what I mean? And with major pressure on you and your whole world being turned upside down, because now their whole world's turned upside down, right? And they feel like they're on a pause here, okay? So even when everything's turned upside down for you, right, you're still able to, you know what I mean? Oh, now that song started from the bottom, now I'm here. Okay, is that Drake or whatever? I forget. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yes, Drake. All right. So now they're mad because, you know, you're starting from the bottom and now you're going all the way up. Someone's lights are going out, okay? Because that light should not be going out yet, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it should. But now they don't like the fact that you're able to rebuild everything, and now the tables have turned. Their whole world's upside down, and they're trying super hard to keep you down. All right, now you have other people from your past that were once going against you that are now blocking them and seeing you for who you truly are. They're not listening to these other people that were talking bad about you. They're seeing this person just a hater, and like the evidence is showing, it's obvious. Like they're just jealous, they're envious of you, that no matter what they throw at you, you keep going and you keep getting better and better and better. And now somebody from your past, probably multiple people, they want to come forward, they want to apologize, they want to do the right thing, and they want to be on your side, okay? And I feel like they're cutting off this false flame, and I feel like this person, because now their worlds are being turned upside down too, because whoever did you dirty, karma's a bitch, right? But she's our best friend. So what goes around comes around, right? And especially if you continue to keep, you know, bettering yourself and bettering yourself and bettering yourself, you know what I mean? It just keeps putting them down lower and brings you up higher. So some people want to double back in and, you know, release some of their deep emotional pain, get rid of some of their bad karma by doing the right thing. And they are. Somebody is going to. But be careful, because your snake, false flame, is going to try and slither their way back in. But do not allow that to happen, okay? They're also trying to bind you and stagnate you, because they want to come in and make it look like, because the star card's here on the fence here, so like they want to try and stagnate you. They can't steal it from you. They can't steal your stardom. They can't steal your destiny, right? They try to. Trust me, they definitely try to. So what they're trying to do is bind you, stagnate you, but they can't. The hangman was in the reverse. They're trying to probably sacrifice you too, but you're breaking free of some sort of stagnation, and the hermit card in the reverse too. So you're coming up out of hermit mode too. They don't like that, okay? So things are working out for you. They don't like it, and they're trying to stagnate you so they can try and slither their way back in and, you know, stick their claws in you and act like, you know, oh, when you get back, if you were to get back with this person, all of a sudden they're the ones that were there, you know, with you, and make it look like it's because of them, when absolutely not. If you get back with this person, everything's going to fall apart, but you're not going to get back with them. Somebody has to release you, yeah. So there could have been something that they're holding on to that belonged to you that's being released to you. All right, yeah, because God's stepping in. You're going to be saying, and that's crazy, because I remember in the very beginning I was saying we got to thank God. Okay, let's just really thank God. Yeah, so let's thank God, because God's stepping in. It's in God's hands. He's taking over now. All right, so they're trying to hold you back with lies, betrayals, manipulation. There could have been something they were holding on to that belongs to you, or this could be you, your energy, your success, your stardom, right? But that's being released. They can't hold you back, and whatever they're holding on to that belongs to you is coming back. So there could be somebody from your past that, you know, maybe wants to give back. If you look at this card, okay, somebody wants to, maybe they're, whatever they have is cursed now, talking about this, the curses and stuff like this for here, right? So you see how in this card, these people from your past, they want to come in, they might want to give back. See how he's giving the girl these flowers? They might want to give back something. It could be money, it could be anything, okay? whatever, maybe they were paid to come up against you, or they could have stole something, or whatever this is, and now they want to come give it back, okay, and release it to you, okay, because it's too much of a burden. They want to release this deep emotional pain. They want to give back what wasn't theirs, okay, and move forward, because they realize it was lack of truth and clarity why they betrayed you. They realized what was going on. Now the tables are turned. Confirmation. Their wishes are not being granted. They were not being fulfilled. There could be a house that belongs to you, but definitely a double false flame right here. So 5 of Wands. So 4 Wands here plus this Ace of Wands, right? So that's a 5 of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, they don't want to fight with you no more, okay? So there could be a house that was taken from you, okay? That's getting sent back to you, but now their foundation was all false foundation, okay? So somebody your false flame could have also left you, or, betrayed you in a major way, because they were told that, they were sold a dream elsewhere. They said they could, walk away and steal something that belongs to you, or walk away with your destiny, thinking they can betray you, manipulate you, and walk away with what was yours. But what is yours, you know what I mean? Because it's destined for you, and God's stepping in on this. So they can't take it, okay? They could have tried this with other people, but you're a divine being, so it's not working. They got nothing out of this. They can't hold you back. They can't, and whatever they're doing, they're trying to steal your stardom. They're not getting their wishes fulfilled, all right? Now, they're built on a false foundation. They don't want to fight with you, because now they're losing everything. Look, these cards are all upside down, 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 upside down. Only one card on the fence and one card on the fence here. Not one card here is upright. So these people from your past are realizing, because remember, this is on the fence too. So these people from your past are realizing, okay, their whole world is turned upside down right now, because you're false and the lack of truth, and these other people that were coming up against you, right? It was all lack of truth and clarity. They were promised a huge dream, and it was really a nightmare. It was all lies. It was literally just a fantasy, right? So now, and they realized whatever they did, whatever they did take from you, or whatever they're trying to do before, it backfired onto them, because it was a false foundation. Now they don't want to fight with you, because they're losing everything, because they're coming up against a divine being, and God's stepping in. It's in God's hands now. Now, if somebody stole a house from you, okay, with the 4 Wands, could talk about a house, okay? If they stole a house, or attempted to, they could have tried to steal this. There could be a house that you were unaware of, right? They might not have this house no more, though, okay? There could have been a house that belonged to you, possibly, okay? Or this could have been like a divorce or something like this. Somebody trying to take the kids, trying to take the house, whatever situation is. They're not going to get that, okay? But they're not going to, if that's the case, okay? There could have been a house, though, that did belong to you, that somebody was holding on to, or trying to hold you back from getting, with lies, okay? They could have been in a court procedure or something like this here. They could have been working with people from your past, and now somebody wants to come forward and tell the truth. They don't want to fight with you. Everything's falling back onto them, and they're not getting anything out of it. So why? Because you're the star, because you claimed what's yours, and you're not allowing anybody to take anything from you, okay? And you continuing to better yourself and praising God for everything that you already do have, you know what I mean? And like I said in the very beginning, God's going to bless you in the presence of your enemies. So, the people that don't want to see you do good, they're going to have to watch, okay? Because none of their things are going to work anymore, because God's stepping in. It's in God's hands, and you're really going to be thanking God, okay? I'm telling you right now, something major is about to be happening for you in a tremendous way. And the fight's over. The Lover's on the fence, okay? So, yeah, they realized they made the wrong choice, okay? Your false flame could have been separating. I was just thinking about this, okay? So this could be your false flame's ex. Maybe your false flame could have been in a relationship with somebody. They were promised the whole world, you know what I mean? And they thought they were going to do better somewhere else, to betray you, manipulate you, put you up for a sacrifice, use you, you know what I mean, as their sacrifice, and then walk away with your stardom and everything else, and have it like a better life, right? So this could either be your false flames, either their person was sold a dream, your false flames person was sold a dream, and they realized that they ain't nothing. Their whole world's been turned upside down ever since they were with your false flame, and now the scorn lover wants to come forward and apologize to you and say, you know what I mean, I don't want to fight no more, all right, I realize this is wrong, blase, blase, blah. Or this could be, you know what I mean, your false flame went elsewhere, thinking that they were going to have everything, and when they went there, they realized it was nothing. It was all lies and everything else, and they betrayed you when they shouldn't have, okay? They realized they made the wrong choice, and you know what I mean, it is what it is. And I feel like somebody's separated here. There's somebody from your past, okay? This could also be your false flame, and also an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend from your past too, besides your false flame. So you could have possibly two lovers that that, you know what I mean, or, you know, person before your false flame or something like that here. But I feel like what happened is your false flame, okay, separated. They got into a fight, whatever the situation is, they're breaking up with your with their person, and they, you know what I mean? One, either your false flame, but I don't think it's your false flame. I think it's your person, your false flame's person that they were in a relationship with, okay? They made the wrong choice, but it could be that way. It could be your false flame. They don't want to fight with you no more because they realize they were lied to, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like yeah, I feel like it's your false flame scorn lover, okay? Or somebody that could have been your friend at one point. They played to be your friend, but really they betrayed you when they were sleeping with your whatever, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, okay? But they realized they made the wrong choice. They don't want to fight with you. There was a false foundation. They got nothing out of what they thought they were going to, and they made the wrong choices, okay? They realized you were the right choice, and you know what I mean? And it is what it is, okay? They have to give up. They have to accept defeat. They can't go on no more, all right? And they're accepting defeat. Make sure I have this the right way. Let me see with their cards. Yeah, it's the right way. Yeah, they have to accept defeat. All right, there's a message that was blocked, or maybe you have them blocked. They don't want to be left out in the cold. All right, they're seeing you come up out of poverty or out of lack. Remember, like I told you, they're trying to attack your business and your finances. Something major is coming in for you. A financial blessing. Look, a Six of Pentacles, a generous blessing that's coming to you. Okay, somebody could have possibly left you a generous blessing, and somebody could have tried to write you out of it. It could have belonged with the house. Could have belonged in here. You know what I mean? There could have been a fight at someone's house, okay? This could be your false flame and their person that they're in a relationship with, okay? That they left you for, or, you know, they got with after you. But I feel like they were in cahoots with this person, you know, and it's somebody that you know. You know this person, you know, you met them before, at least from your past, okay? And I feel like they got into a fight, you know what I mean? The Five of Wands, they got into a fight, and they could have got kicked out of the house. That could be why the Four of Wands is in a reverse too. So they could have got kicked out, and maybe they have nowhere to go now, and they might want to try to double back and say, hey, I'm sorry. Well, no, do not. Okay? But I feel like, what I honestly feel like it is I feel like it's your your false flames scorn lover that you know, okay? You know them, and I feel like you could have been very nice to them, okay? Maybe, possibly, all right? And they feel guilty. They know that everything was a lie, okay? And they want to tell you about what your false flame did, and possibly what they're doing to hold you back with that dark manipulation, and what they're holding on to that belongs to you, okay? But if your false flame does try to reach out to you, they're just trying to steal your star and trying to steal your success. It's not going to happen. They're not going to get away with this. All right. Yeah. Someone's going to take a lead, okay? You've been standing in your power, okay? There's somebody could be an authority figure. You might be hearing from an authority figure, okay? Your friend could be somebody, this could be somebody in authority, but I feel like this person from your past here, they're standing in their power. They want to come forward. They want to apologize. They want to repent, okay? They're turning their back to your false flame, all right? And they're standing in their power, okay? But also, you've been standing in your power. They're doing some sort of dark manipulation, but you're too powerful, and it's not working. They're doing dark manipulation to try to hold you back and trying to be major betrayals, okay? And they were also lied to, okay? They were lied to, and I feel like people from your past were also lied to about you, to get them to do some sort of dark manipulation on you, and it's not working. And they're realizing it's not working because everything backfired onto them. Their whole world is turned upside down. The only card in the upright right now is the King of Wands in the upright. Everything else is in the reverse or on the fence here. Okay, so also I feel like with the false flame here, the star card on the fence here, the six of cups here on the fence, and the lovers on the fence. I feel like these cards are on the fence here to let you know, if you take this false flame back, or an ex from your past back, okay, you're on limbo right here. Like, you're about to have this major breakthrough. Okay, so it's up to you. If you take this person back, or possibly even an ex that's not your false flame, maybe one before your ex or somebody from your past, if you take this person back, you're going to lose it all. Okay, your world's going to go upside down because you're going to take on all their bad karma and everything else, right? But when you stand in your power, which you're going to stand in your power. You already have been, and you say no, and you turn your back to these people, right? and continue focusing on yourself, realizing you already released that deep emotional pain. You don't need that baggage, because their world, you can see it clear as day. Their whole world's turned upside down. They want to come in, they want to give you their bad karma and suck out your good karma, right? Hell to the no. When you say no, stand in your power, all right? And look how this Lover's card, actually, you're going to make the right choice. It's starting to turn into the upright. So you are going to make the right choice. You're going to make the right choice, and you're going to stand in your power, okay? So, and even during all this dark manipulation and everything else, they were also doing dark manipulation to try to hold you back from your success and also from your wish fulfillment. But that's not happening, okay? Because you've been standing in your strength and your power, even when it hurts and everything else, even when your world was turned upside down. But now it's a shift, okay? It's what goes around comes around. Now everything backfired on them because they weren't expecting you to stand in your power, to release this deep emotional pain, even when it hurt, when all odds were stacked against you, and for you to take the lead and to do what you're doing and to continue to heal. You've been focusing on healing, growing, and evolving, right? And releasing what no longer serves you. Now that you're doing that, none of this shit's going to work, and it's all backfiring. Like I said earlier, somebody refuses to see you for who you truly are. They continue to see you for who they made up in their mind about you, and all the lies that they heard about you, even though it's clear as day to everybody that they can see who you truly are, and you're not anything what these people have made up about you. They still just can't see it. So they continue to try to attack you and do dark manipulation and getting nothing out of it. Okay. And it's not, they could have stole something with dark manipulation. They're definitely been siphoning from you like a mofo. Okay. Definitely been siphoning from you and trying to steal your destiny. And they've been manifesting off of you in it, but they can't do it anymore because you've been standing in your power, saying no. Okay. Releasing these people and places and things and everything that no longer serves you. All right, alcohol or drugs or an addiction of some sort could have been a way. And see how she's pouring that bottle out. For instance, let's say it's alcohol. Say you used to drink, even if you weren't an alcoholic and you would drink here and there. They could have been doing that. That could have been a way. That's why you want to stay sober-minded and vigilant, right? Because that opens up a doorway for the demonic realm. And when you're under the influence, not in a sound mind, then attacks can come in, right? If you close that door, that could be something you're still working on, right? It could be alcohol addiction. It could be a drug addiction. It could be a sex addiction. It could be they've been siphoning from you without a doubt through sexual through sex magic as well. But yeah, definitely for sure. But what do you call it? Well, I forget what I was saying. Damn it, I forgot what I was just saying now. But they're not getting anything that they thought they're going to because you're too powerful. You've been very powerfully standing in your power and releasing all this deep emotional pain. You're not dumb. You're not going to take back all these burdens. If you do, your whole world's going to be turned upside down. You're not going to do it. Yeah. Now you have whatever dark manipulation that they did, they're not, it's going back to them. Okay, it's going right back to them. They're getting nothing out of it. Their whole world's getting turned upside down because that's what they wanted for you, but you're too powerful. You've been standing in your power. You're not allowing this shit to happen. You're making the right choices. Now it backfired onto them. Their whole world's turned upside down. They thought it was so cute and funny when they're doing this to you, when you were going through the dark night of the soul and everything bad, when you're going through the dark times and everything else. They sat there, they laughed. They thought it was cute. They thought it was funny, but it's not funny now that's happening to them. Now they're going to be coming, begging, crawling on their knees, begging for you, for your forgiveness and everything else, wishing that they can, wishing that they would have did things differently because you have someone coming rushing in to protect you. It's like Archangel Michael protecting you, God protecting you first and foremost. We already seen God stepping in. It's in God's hands. So God's protecting you. Plus, I feel like there's people also from your past who are now standing up to your false flame and other people, than whoever else that is, that refuses to see you for who you truly are. They're seeing it, okay? And these people are now standing up for you too, and they're standing in their power, turning their back to these people, and they're actually defending you and sticking up for you and protecting you. And I feel like you even have people that were a part of whatever, that were once doing dark manipulation with your false flame and these other people against you, who are now realizing it was lack of truth and clarity. And so they do dark manipulation themselves, but instead of attacking you now, they're on your half, okay, turning their back to them and now protecting you. Like, you're not aware of this. You haven't seen them yet, okay? You haven't talked to them yet. You haven't reconciled with them yet, but they are on your behalf, sticking up for you and protecting you and doing dark manipulation on your false flame and probably other people as well. and somebody rushed in to do some sort of dark manipulation, realizing, and I feel like this is somebody from your past who now their world's turned upside down. They could have lost their house, they could have lost everything, okay? They could have lost a lover too, their relationship, by attacking your relationships and your love life and everything else. You know what I mean? Because they're of the dark, you're of the light. And now you're also, it's another thing, you're helping some of these people because they're seeing you do it and you achieve it and everything else. So they're like, wow, they can do it, I can do it too. Like I said, you're an inspiration. So you're also helping some people go from the dark to the light. But some of these people are still messing around with dark manipulation and everything else, but not against you. It's against your false flame and these people that were once going against you, and you're helping them see the light and change their ways. It could be karmic family, okay? They would abuse their power. This could be someone very lustful. Somebody abused their power. Very lustful energy. Could be a witch. You know what I mean? It could be a slut, or both. Okay, but this is kind of on the fence here. Okay, there's karmic family here. This could have been, maybe your false flame had a family with this other person, okay, that wants the scorn lover. They could be separating. This could be a loss of a home, and your false flame could, if they had like children, or if they got married, or in a relationship, or say one of them had kids and they were playing like the house front, like the family front, they're separating, okay? There's a breakup happening here and a separation. Loss of a house, loss of a home, loss of a family, okay? Yeah, because it's completion. It's the end of a cycle here, okay? They're completing out a cycle here, and you could be doing something online possibly, all right? And they could be watching you online, but it's a completion. It's the end of the cycle. Whatever dark manipulation your karmic family and your false flame was doing on you, or your false flame and their family were once, it's not happening no more. I feel like they're now attacking your karmic family and your false flame, okay? And yeah, because they refuse to do the right thing, and they block their purpose, okay, by trying to come for you, okay? You could be, maybe you took the leap of faith and they refuse to do the right thing, okay? So they're trying to block your purpose, and they're mad. Confirmation. Now they block their purpose by doing this, okay? And they're trying to steal yours and everything. That's not happening. So you could be, it's a completion, end of a cycle, okay? And what do you call it? You could be doing something online that's keep giving you a solid foundation here. Maybe you do something. Maybe that's what your business is, or whatever it is. I don't know. Or they're watching you online. But yeah, it's completion, it's the end of a cycle. These people from your past are standing in their power. They're turning their backs on your karmic family or their karmic family, if it's your false flame and your false flame. They're ending that cycle because they realize that this is not what it was supposed to be. Okay, and they block their purpose, and they want to do the right thing. They want to release the emotional pain. They're helping you out when you don't know this, okay? But like they haven't, like, you know what I mean? Because they realize they abuse their power. They realize there are witches and warlocks, right? And they've been attacking them. But I feel like this person too is a witch as well, or a warlock too. But I feel like they're, you know what I mean? I feel like someone got caught cheating is what this is, most likely. They could have got caught cheating with this Queen of Wands in reverse, or abusing their power. Maybe both, but with the naked people here and right here, yeah. I feel like somebody could have got caught cheating, okay, in their home front. Your false flame could have got, maybe with, oh shit. Your false flame could have possibly got caught cheating with a younger person, or I don't know how old your false flame is with, it could even be with their family member, or even possibly their child. Not saying that their kid is young. Their kid could be a grown-ass adult. But I feel like something like that happened here, or a childhood friend, or something like that. They could have found it online, or could have walked in and caught them, or with a family member, or someone that they said was their family and it wasn't. But I feel like it could possibly be your false flames boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, whatever situation it is, child. But I think the kid is like an adult though. You know what I mean? But it's still their kid, possibly. It was something, or it was a family friend, or someone it was either a family member or someone they considered to be family, or somebody, like, you know what I mean, somebody really close to them that had them like absolutely not, that's making them complete this cycle out. Yeah, for sure. Somebody got caught like red-handed, at home. There's a house here, a fight broke out, there was nakedness, 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 okay? You know what I mean? And with a family member or someone they consider to be family, or they just got caught cheating and it broke this family up, which is your false flame with whoever this is. Okay, and yeah, they're realizing they're a very lustful person. Okay, they're not changing their ways. They abuse their power. There's manipulating and everything else, and they realize what they did to you, because again, this person that is the scorn lover of the false flame. This person knows what, because they were once working alongside with your false flame to attack you as well, but now they're not, because and they know what they were doing to you. So they're realizing, oh wow, they're also, not only what were they doing to you, they're also doing to the scorn lover, and they're waking up out of some sort of like love spell, or they just call it, I feel like they got caught red-handed. They got caught possibly sleeping with somebody in their house, okay? And this is what made them stand in their power, turn their back on them, complete the cycle, and leave your false flame behind, and now they're working on your behalf, you know what I mean? And to get themselves to turn their life around, because their life is on pause here, you know what I mean? And like, in order to get their life in the upright again, they have to, you know what I mean, right their wrongs, because they know how this works, because they do dark manipulation themselves. They're a witch, they're a witch or a warlock. So they know that it was all lies, what they did to you, and they're coming to find out who you truly are, and they're trying to better their ways. An ant, okay, there's an ant right here, so it could be maybe they slept with their their aunt, okay, a family member, or someone they said it was their aunt, or a situation like this, something like that. The ant always comes out whenever I do a reading. It's so weird. Hi, Bubby. I just said this calls me. Hi, baby boy. I'm sorry. Hi, I was chuckling. I know it's loud. I'm sorry, Bubby. I love you. Yeah. Now your cup's overflowing with love, okay? Now it's your time. It's your time to shine. This person actually has a lot of love for you, but yeah, you're anointed. They realize you're anointed, that you're not to be messed with. These people actually have a lot of love for you, and they want to right their wrongs, okay? And now it's your time, you know what I mean, to shine and for your cup to be overflowing. There was a failed collaboration, okay? And there was a collaboration that failed here. And for 33, okay, it could be significant. Somebody could be a master life path 33. Somebody could be 33 years old. But 7, okay? Somebody tried to, 7 of Pentacles. Somebody tried to, well, they realized this is a wrong investment. There was a failed collaboration, plus this 4 of Pentacles, plus this 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it was a failed collaboration, and they realized that whatever they thought they were going to invest, wasn't it. Somebody could also be holding on to an investment, something that, like, there could have been stocks, bonds, something that belonged to you, possibly, or they realized they invested in the wrong one. So, all because of lack of truth and clarity, okay? So now they want to come in, there was a failed setup, okay? And now they're also trying to do dark manipulation, and they're not working together. Like I said earlier, they're not working together with your false flame no more, or your karmic family, if this is your karmic family, or if this is the family they have together. They're not working together with them anymore. Now, what they're doing is they're standing in their power. They're realizing you're too powerful, and they're working on your behalf, okay? They're aligning with you. I feel like they're being divinely guided to do this, because they block their path, their purpose, and everything else, all right? And you know what I mean? They're also, this person's worried, though, that how you're going to react. They feel like, you know what I mean, there's a failed setup and a failed collaboration, and they feel like you're not going to want to they don't know how to come to you about this, okay? Because they feel like you're not going to want to invest in them, or you know what I mean, you're not going to want to work with them, which you probably won't. Yeah, and now they're stuck in this rough waters, okay, that they committed, and they got nothing out of this. They wish they would have been on your side. And some of these people from your past, they were on your side. Some of these people are your friends. Some of them could possibly be your family members. You know what I mean? And they realized they should have invested in you, but they didn't, because of lack of truth and clarity. And because they could have been under dark manipulation themselves as well. There's a major betrayal, major betrayals here. Yeah, an inheritance, okay? 10 of Pentacles. So there was an inheritance or a trust fund or something here. Somebody was holding on to that's being released to you. It was a failed setup. Okay, they did dark manipulation. They tried to betray you. There could have been definitely a house. They might not have the house anymore. Okay, so there could have been a house that belonged to you too. There could have been a trust fund with the Seven of Pentacles here. But it was a failed setup. Okay, and they've been doing dark manipulation on you, try to get rid of you. You know what I mean, saying, but it's not working. So now it's like, they can't beat you, they might as well join you, right? Because their whole world's turned upside down now. Also, whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing, continue working on that because you're getting success here. Okay, it's coming in. There's something being healed. It's not fully healed yet. There's somebody's fixing something. It's already been discovered. There was major betrayals, manipulation, and lack of truth and clarity about this inheritance and this money and this like investments or something, that stocks, bonds, something that belonged to you. Okay, and it wasn't equally given out. So that's been discovered. Your karmic ass family 1010. Okay, it's a completion. It's end of a cycle. Wow, 1010 completion, end of a cycle. Also 10 a completion, end of a cycle. And I just realized the world card and the star card here, so you could definitely do something possibly on the internet. Maybe it could be your foundation that somebody's trying to destroy. And say if you do have, like, say if you have a platform or you have a business that's online or something like this, right, or around the world or something like this, but say if it's online, because a lot of people nowadays, they work online. A lot of people have platforms or they just have online businesses, right? If they were attacking your, say you have a platform and any of these people involved were attacking your platform, it backfired onto them, and somebody, I feel like, lost their platform or will be, or their business, their career, okay, their home. They're attacking your home front, your foundation. It's backfiring onto them. But whatever you're doing, you're about to be a world-renowned star. It's coming in. The fight is over, okay? The fight's over with because they blocked their purpose now. They're trying to get you to give up. They, again, from the very beginning, they want you to walk away from your business, whatever you're doing. They're constantly attacking it and trying to bind it, but they're not getting anything out of this anymore because you know to stay the course, to weather the storm during all the trials, tribulations, all the burdens. There's a lot of burdens and there's a lot of money here, a lot of burdens, a lot of betrayals. Okay, but now you stayed the course, you weathered the storm, and now everything's working out. And they know this, they see this, and they know this. Okay, and also there was something that definitely belongs to you, and maybe I don't know if they got this or maybe they tried to take it, okay, and they didn't get it. But if they did get it, it's being released to you because it was a failed setup either way, and they've been doing dark manipulation on you and possibly your family, or your family was involved in this. I feel like your family is definitely involved in this for sure. If it's an inheritance or something that was supposed to come to you, you know what I mean? Your false family might even be living in this house that belongs to you, or they could have sold this house. Okay, something like this is happening here. But yeah, there's could be a case that's closing up as well, or just a cycle that's closing. And I feel like they're not collaborating with them anymore. They're switching sides because obviously you're the winning side. Their whole world's turned upside down now, while yours is in the upright. But we have the King of Wands in the upright, the World card in the upright, and the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. They're the only cards out here so far that are completely in the upright. So you standing in your power, continuing to heal, completing cycles, is getting you generational wealth. It's helping everything work out for you. Okay, they weren't expecting this to happen. You see how it's also in an arrow going up, shooting right to the star, right? You're going straight up. So there's this collaboration, found everything else because you stayed the course, you weathered the storm, you stood in your power, you're completing out cycles. Now, like I said, there's something majorly happening for you where you're going to be thanking God, like, you know what I mean? Because now you're shooting straight up into the star. Okay, every arrow that's been sent your way is going back to them. And yeah, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a gold digger here. Okay, there's a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, some sort of gold digger that tried to steal whatever this is that belonged to you, an inheritance, trust fund, whatever this is, a house possibly, but it's over with. Okay, plus not only they steal from you or take from you, they've been siphoning from you for quite some time. They've been siphoning the life out of you. Okay, and they were doing it with betrayals, manipulation, getting under your skin. Remember, I told you before, I tell you this all the time, when somebody's like starting arguments with you and everything else, do not get into an argument. Do not allow it to affect you. That's one of the ways they do this. They purposely seek you out. They watch you very closely. And right before they do their spell work, they'll they'll send somebody in, or they'll do it themselves, and they'll try to get under your skin. They'll try to provoke you into a fight to open that doorway, to insult them, or to lower your vibration, to open that doorway for an attack. And then they go right in to attack. They're also attacking you in your dream state as well. So you could be having nightmares or not remembering your dreams. It's because of the dark manipulation that your family's doing, and or your karmic family and them are doing. But now you have people from your past that are standing in their power, turning their backs on your karmic family and your false flame, and or they're working with you now, and they're clearing some of this mess up for you. Okay, because they realize this person's a gold digger, heartless, soulless, wench. All they care about is money, getting, and anything that they do to get it. It's a family member. Yeah, because they're realizing you're a high priest or a high priestess, okay? You're a spiritual leader, use your gifts for the good. So you're using your spiritual gifts. This is why they don't want to fight with you no more, because everything, this is why nothing. See how this card, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, their wishes on, it got pushed over to, it got pushed over a little bit. Why? Because they're realizing who you are. All right, they're not getting their wishes fulfilled to any of this because they weren't expecting you to stand in your power, complete cycles, and to find your purpose. Another card, 4 cards, only ones that are in the upright. So, and they're realizing this. Okay, they weren't expecting you to find out who you are and to stand in your power, take that lead, and to complete all these cycles. And you're a healer. You're a very powerful high priest or high priestess. Okay, possibly very powerful healer. So you constantly heal from whatever they do. And because they were attacking a high priest or high priestess here, then, and your foundation, okay, you completed the cycle by coming into your power, remembering who you are, and continuously focusing on bettering yourself, right? So now the fight's over, and everything fell back onto them. They realized they made the wrong choice by doing this. They blocked the purpose because they came from a true high priestess. And you could be doing something possibly online, possibly, you don't have to be. You could have a foundation possibly online, or that's going to make you a world-renowned star for your spiritual gifts, whatever it is that you do, or you're just completing the cycles out with this. But there's something here about a world-renowned star, okay? And if it's not you, there could be a world-renowned star that was attacking you. They're trying to steal your star. They're trying to steal your destiny, steal you, but you stood in your power and they weren't expecting this. And you're also, whatever you're doing with your spiritual gifts, okay, is they've been siphoning a lot of energy and money from you, okay, for quite some time, okay? This is why its collaboration failed. All right, but also whatever you're doing, stay the course, weather the storm. I don't care what it looks like right now. I don't care if, like, say if you do have a platform or something, you only have like 100 subscribers. It doesn't matter. It was due to dark manipulation. That's being, you know what I mean? It's a testing ground. Just keep going, okay? Just, there's a veil that's being removed, okay? That's getting removed. And, the more you need to rest is what you need to do, and meditate, okay? Meditate. I don't know if you need to meditate, and something about inner child, or you have to heal some sort of inner child wounds that you're almost done healing. And, or it could be mommy wounds or daddy wounds, okay? Something like that, or something from your childhood, something like that that's not completely healed. I feel like you might think that you healed it completely, but you didn't. You released the deep emotional pain, but the betrayal, okay? There's still something lingering a little bit that's not fully healed, okay? But go inward to do a deep meditation on it, and you'll be fine. But ever since you stood in your power, you did this, okay? They blocked their purpose, because this is what completed everything out, was you standing in your power, and and then finding out who you are, and everything backfiring onto them. So yeah, now they're very much so nervous because they're finding out who they came up against, and they're nervous about, what you're going to do, because now they've been attacking you like crazy, right? And maybe you've been doing return to senders, but you haven't attacked them back. And now that's another thing they're shitting bricks about, because if you decide, hey, I'm tired of the bullshit, and you decide to do attack, you would wipe these people out. And I'm not telling you to do that. Do not do that, okay? Whatever, don't do, because that's what they've been trying to get you to slip up, okay? They're trying to get you to do something, confirmation. They're trying to get you to do something to get you to lose out on your spy, but you're not doing that. You can do a return to sender all day, whatever you want to, you know what I mean? But don't actually sit down and do any dark manipulation. But if you did, and that's what's in the back of their mind, if you do decide to have, you had enough of it, and you decide to do an attack, they'd be out, they'd be done. They wouldn't be here. They literally wouldn't be here anymore. And they're terrified of that. They're terrified of you knowing that. They're terrified, you know what I mean? But don't do it, okay? Because that would be the wrong choice to do. Just stay the course, trust in God, weather the storm, and know that God's working everything out. It's in God's hands. Continue bettering yourself, focusing on you, and no matter what you have, no matter what it looks like, just be grateful for what you have, and continue to be grateful and just continue to better yourself. But do please take time to rest, meditate, pray, and thank God. Okay, it's very, very important. And do something with your cleansing your sacral and solar plexus, and something about either mommy daddy issues or childhood wounds, something that you feel like you healed but just not completely healed. You're right there on the bricks. And I feel like when you do this, that's the thing that's going to, like, it's, you know what I mean, it's right there. Also, if you do have whatever you're doing, okay, with your they're trying so hard to knock down your foundation, okay? With them doing that, they've knocked their whole foundation down, because you're standing here in the upright with the 10 of Pentacles right next to it. It's insane, with the Star card right here, with the completion right here, the World card, okay? So you're, you know what I mean? There's, what was I just going to say? Damn it. They're trying super hard to knock you off your path. Please keep that in mind. I forgot what I was just about to say. You're right on the break of something here. I'm telling you right now, you're right on the break of something. There's just something you need to heal inward. Okay, you need to rest. Now they're super scared and nervous because they're realizing who they came up against, and that you know who you are. Somebody could have got a reading done in your family and found out that you are a true high priest or high priestess, and that you're already in your power. Somebody got some really, really bad news. I don't know if they got a reading done, or if they found out that, like, you're in your power already. You already completed the cycle, that they can't steal your stardom because you already woke up. You already stood in your power. Now, if they would have got you, if they were able to keep you at a lower vibration and to keep attacking you before you woke up and remembered who you are, started, bettering yourself and getting into your purpose and everything else, they could have stole that star from you. They could have stole your destiny, but you didn't. You know what I mean? That's why it's very, very important to continue to do better. And for somebody, there's like some sort of addiction that's not fully healed, of some sort, that's like right on the bricks of, like, healing. So yeah, somebody wants to apologize now, okay? They're very much nervous and scared. They want to apologize, okay? And I feel like there's more than one person. There's a scorn lover from your false flame that's getting their lick back. But there's other people. They want to come in. They want to apologize. They realize, it was completely wrong. And they're scared. They're like a scared little puppy with his tail between its legs. You know what I mean? Yeah, your false flame refuses to walk away, okay? They don't want to walk away from you, okay? They realize they made the wrong choice. They're still constantly trying to attack you, all right? But they're mad because you didn't walk away from your purpose, and you stayed the course, you weathered the storm. And now they were unable to steal the star from you, okay? They're losing their wand, they're losing everything. And your false flame, if your false flame is a masculine, they're having problems with their wand. They can't get their wand up. And if it's not your masculine, if you're the masculine, then it's your twin, your false flames, person that they're with, their wand's broken. Somebody's wand's broken, or maybe they have an STD or something like this. They can't, and that's how they siphon too. A lot is through sexual, is through sex magic and through intercourse, and their wand's not working. Okay, but they're pissed because they were expecting you to walk away. They want you to also walk away from completing cycles and everything else. Like I said, every time you better yourself, and there's something else that you cut off that's not for you, and every time you better, every time you do something better for you, they fall. Like, you make one little step, right? One tiny step, one more little thing that, you're bettering yourself. It's like a whole shitload of things are just falling apart around them. You just need to do like a little bit more, and they just, like, a million things fall apart from them, and to you it's like nothing, but to them it's a lot because of all the dark manipulation they're doing, and you're doing everything in the upright. Now they're nervous, they're scared because they expected you to walk away from your foundation and what you're doing. And because you didn't, now their whole foundation fell apart, everything else. They now realize they made the wrong choice. Why? You made the right choice. You see how this Lover's card is on the fence, but now it's getting knocked up to a little bit more in the upright. You made the right choice by not walking away from your foundation. And even when all these attacks were being done and everything, you were unsure, you didn't know what to do. And but also that's why, you know what I mean, you made the right choice by doing this and by continuing to complete out your cycle. But your false flame is going to still continue to try their best because they already know what it's hitting for. You're so close to be, to ending. You're in a major breakthrough, having this major breakthrough and being with your true twin flame. When you come into union with your true twin flame, it's over for your false flame. It's completely over for them, and they know this. So they're trying everything they can to try to stop you, block you, and to destroy you, but they can't. And they fucked up in a major way. They're trying to attack you to try to get you to stop doing, they want to stop you from they want you to stop you from taking leaps of faith and trusting that. They're trying to attack your faith in a tremendous way. This is why they're doing so much dark manipulation and trying to stagnate you and everything else, because they want you to lose your faith and think that like God's not for you, or what you're doing is not supposed to be what you're doing, but it's not working. All it did was strengthen your faith this whole time. And every time, even when you're unsure, but you just trust in God and that it's going to work its way out, and just completely rely on God and know that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, and God has your back no matter what it looks like. It strengthens your faith way more than anything else. Now they're super nervous, they're scared, they don't know what to do. And they're nervous and scared about your power. You're strengthening your power, and you having the ability to stand in your strength and your power. Yeah, they're trapped in their mind. Somebody could be going to jail for this too. Whatever they stole, whatever they took. Okay, so they're trying to bind you to, but they're doing some sort of binding magic, and it's not happening. They're trapped in their head. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do. Plus, someone's going to jail for what they stole from you, because there's a lack of truth, clarity, and everything else to steal this inheritance or whatever this is that they were holding on to, that's being released to you because you are the rightful owner. And they're nervous. You could be there could be a law enforcement or somebody in authority or power that could be going to jail as well. Something about a prison guard could be significant. You could be a prison guard, or somebody could be a prison guard, or something about a prison guard could be significant. But they're doing binding magic and binding spells on you, and it's not working. It's a failed collaboration. Everything backfired. So now everyone's scared to go into jail. They don't know what to do. There's some sort of, I don't know if it's a lawyer, a judge, a cop, somebody in authority figure is getting locked up, okay, for having their part in this, okay? Or it could be, you know what I mean, maybe they were unaware with the, blindfold over the eyes, okay? There could have been law enforcement or somebody that an authority figure that was unaware. They were blind to what this is, okay? They could have been under some sort of like spell. But I feel like there's somebody in law enforcement, some sort of authority figure that's going to prison for what they did too. Yeah, because it was a failed setup, failed collaboration. You might know this person. This could be a family lawyer. It could be a judge, a cop, a correctional officer, the sheriff, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, now they're trapped in their head. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do. They're up all night boohoo crying. Okay? They're trying to do some sort of psychic attacks. They're trying to remember, like I said, something about they're attacking you in your sleep too. You're in your dreams. If you're not remembering your dreams, or if you're having night terrors, if you're having that sleep paralysis, you know what I mean? Where you can't move and you're trying to scream and everything else, the best thing to do when that happens is stay completely calm, all right, and push out. The best, if you're a female, like pretty much the way I describe it is the best way to describe it is like if you ever had a child, like pushing out a baby, like when that's happening to you, like don't stop pushing, like you got to push it out of you and say the Lord's Prayer, rebuke it, bind and rebuke the spirit, and say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. In Jesus' Jesus' name I pray, because that dismantles that's the most powerful prayer. It dismantles, no devil, no demon can get into, like, while you're praying that prayer, you're literally with the Lord, you're with God, and nothing can get in. It's the most powerful prayer. Okay, so now somebody's trapped in their head too. They're scared about, how this inheritance is being released to you, or this generational wealth. Okay, and also energetically too, spiritually, like they can't siphon from you no more. Okay, they can't do that either. Plus, what this being released to you, and now they're freaking out. There's a lot of swords, and like a lot of swords around here. They put a lot of time, so this is premeditated. Okay, there's a lot of premeditated. They're screwed. No wonder why they're scared. Okay, there's a page of wands. It got caught right here. Okay, like, I don't, fluorite could be significant. Someone's name could be Bill, because it landed right here. Okay, my friend Bill bought me this deck. Somebody could be a tattoo artist. My daughter's dad, someone's baby dad could be significant, or someone's name could be Alan, because it was right here. Okay, so this deck I got from my boy Bill. Somebody could be a tattoo artist, or someone's name could be Bill. Someone's name could be Alan, or something about a baby dad can be significant. A grandfather could be significant, or a parent's dad could be significant. Okay, but now continue focusing on your goal. This landed this way, so I'm not really sure, but their goals backfired, so they don't have any goals. They don't know what to do. Everything backfired onto them, right? So you focusing on your goals, okay? But whatever your family's goals and everything else, to do this dark manipulation on you and everything else, bind you, trap you, unalive you and everything else, majorly betray you, that all backfired. Why? Because you stood in your power. You know what I mean? Even when you were trapped in your head, that's so crazy. You didn't, like I was just saying right before this card came out, with the whole faith thing. Even if when you don't know what's going on, but you still have that faith, that strengthens your faith, right? Even when you were trapped in your head, not sure what to do, but just trusting in God, having faith and everything else, while they were trying to destroy your faith, you not walking away from your foundation, whatever you got going on, still continuing to do this and focusing on your goals, right? Focusing on your goals, okay, and everything else, even when you were unsure, when you're trapping your head about this. Now things are working out perfectly, okay, and everything they try to do backfired, okay, so now they can't hold you back anymore. Nothing, you know what I mean, and it's being released, okay. So now there's somebody from your past that could be a family member, or it could be your false flames scorned lover, okay, that wants to now come forward and give back, and or is standing in their power. They could possibly be in jail. This person, it could be somebody from your past. That could be someone that you know from your past, or it could be someone you consider to be a family member, or it could be a family member of yours, possibly, that's in jail, that's possibly standing in their power, and now their goal is to release whatever they did and release the information and evidence of this, okay, about this major betrayal, about this inheritance and everything, because whatever they thought they were going to get, they didn't get. So it could also be to get themselves out of trouble, and maybe like this. I feel like there's somebody in jail, okay, that's now standing in their power, that's releasing deep emotional pain, because now they're sitting in prison, and they all they have is all the time in the world to think, right, about how bad they betrayed you, how everything backfired, what they thought they were going to get didn't happen, and you know what I mean? So it's like a nostalgia. And with that, remember, we've seen that Nine of Swords too. They're trapped in their head, and they're up all night in prison, possibly, okay? Or in a mental prison. If it's not prison, it could be a mental prison, right? And they're like, about how their goals backfired, everything backfired, and plus all those psychic attacks they're sending you and everything else, it backfired onto them. But I feel like there's somebody in jail from your past. It could possibly somebody that's a family member, but it's someone from your past. It could be a family member, or it could be someone from your past's family member, or someone you consider to be family, that was collaborating with these people, and they're not anymore, and they're standing in their power now, possibly talking to law enforcement. You're unaware of this, okay, and it's because they're trapped in their head, and everything backfired. So now their new goal is, because they didn't get anything that they thought they were going to, their new goal is to release the information and everything else about this failed collaboration, and to collaborate with you now. But for you, all you need to do is continue focusing on your goals and working on what you got going on, because you're almost there. You're having this major breakthrough. There's things going on behind the scenes that you're unaware of, that you don't see, and there's somebody that's, fixing things up for you, okay? Yeah, because they see you for who you truly are, this very loving, nurturing, caring person. And they're remembering all the good times, okay? How you were so good to them and how shitty they were to you. And you did not deserve these major betrayals. Look at all these swords, these wands. That's major betrayal. A lot of thought behind it. You had to go through a lot of mental anguish, a lot of physical, emotional, spiritual, all the above, okay? And it's all replaying in this person's head over and over and over again. So now their goal is to complete this cycle and to stand in there in the upright and do the right thing. And to release and release the information. And that this person has a lot of love for you, okay? A lot of love for you. And this could be somebody that's been having problems with their sex drive, okay? Or something with their wand, okay? Because if you look at this wand, it literally looks like a wand. We'll say a masculine's wand. You see the head of it right there. And remember, it came like this, and I wasn't sure it landed this way. Someone's saying it could be crystal, but it literally looks like a masculine's wand. There's a head and everything, right? And it's in the reverse that way. And maybe in order for that to get in the upright again, where it's starting to work again, okay, because this could be a curse that they're trying to do. They're trying to mess up your love life with dark manipulation. That could manifest in your sex drive, your sex life, and your love life. That could manifest in their, backfire onto them to having a broken wand, right? I see music notes right here too. So somebody could be singing, okay, or something about music could be significant. You could be a singer, or that could be someone's last name, or something about, I don't know. You're about to be singing for joy, though. I'm telling you that right now. But this person has a lot of love for you, or this person might get turned on by you, okay? I don't know. Maybe you had a relationship with this person, or it was a friends with benefits or something that's now, you know what I mean, regretting how they treated you. Yeah, this person doesn't want to betray you no more, okay? They don't want to smile on your face, stab you in the back anymore. They can't. Their goal is to do the right thing, to complete the cycle. They don't want to betray you. They don't want to fight with you. 5-5, okay? 4 plus 1, that's 5 of wands, the 5 of swords, both in the reverse. So that's 10, okay? That's another 10, 10, another 10, 10, another 10, 10. So there's a lot of cycles that you're completing out and that they are. And you're getting good luck, good fortune, good karma, okay? Because you stayed the course, you weathered the storm, the fight's over, even with all these betrayals. Now it's your time to shine. Like I said, the major breakthrough. And whoever this is that's doing the right thing, remember I said their wand's not working, their wand's gonna work again, okay? Whether this is like, their wand in between their legs, or if this is like their creativity, their them being able to create or whatever. But they're getting good karma for doing this, and because you didn't walk away from your post, your power, your foundation, whatever you're doing, your spiritual gifts, what you're supposed to be doing, you're getting good luck, good fortune, good karma. All right, and for doing that, and now for staying the course, weathering the storm, doing all the fights and everything else, with all odds stacked against you, okay, and somebody's trapped in their head, okay, because they're watching you move forward. There could be a fortune that's involved in here, okay? Somebody's also, your false flame is trying to locate you, okay? They're trying to track you down, but they can't. You're too guarded and protected, all right? This person has a lot of love for you, but you're getting good luck, good fortune, good karma. Your cup's overflowing. It's your time to shine, okay? And this person who's changing their ways, they have a lot of love for you, all right? Their goal is to come forward and to, possibly love on you. I don't know. But also the family member or whoever this is, the loved one that left you this inheritance, your family member that left you this money, they absolutely love you. They you know what I mean? And this is why this was left to you to begin with. But also because you stayed the course, weathered the storm through all these trials, tribulations, manipulation, everything that you went through, a lot of dark manipulation. Okay, they're doing love spells, of course, obviously. And I feel like somebody's breaking free of a love spell, and that's why, you know what I mean, maybe while they're in jail or something like this. But your false flame is definitely trapped in their head about you finally having love, you moving forward, and your family members are too, which is fucking weird, and you getting success, victory, success, public recognition, possibly even fame. I said flame, okay? So possibly even your twin flame. All right, so you're getting victory in this. You're about to be famous, okay? You're literally about to be famous for whatever you do, okay? World-renowned star, and with the victory, success, public recognition, possibly even fame. So there was a time here where you weren't receiving what you were supposed to, okay? It was because they were doing dark manipulation to get you to lose out on opportunities. There could have been an addiction too that kept you. There could have been an addiction of some sort that was you had to clear up and possibly might still have to clear up and break before this happens, okay? But you're on the verge here. Could be alcohol, but triple A, okay? So you got triple A here. You're about to also have more energy, okay? So they've been, like I said, they've been siphoning from you like crazy. They've been siphoning and harvesting your energy for quite some time, making a lot of money off this too. So you could have been feeling very nostalgic, plus a lot of dark manipulation and everything else. So now you're about to have a lot more energy. You're going to see, you're going to feel like rejuvenated, like, you're going to have more. That's another thing. AAA, they weren't expecting you to be the Energizer Bunny to keep going. Like, someone's like, how the hell are they still going with all this dark manipulation happening, with all odds stacked against you? They're realizing you're unbreakable, you're undestroyable. They can't get over you. There's a whole army of people trying to come up against you, and it's just you. So it looks like, but it's not. Okay, it's you, God, and Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and angels protecting you and guarding you and guiding you. So now you're gonna go from like a time of like not getting what you thought you would get, or anywhere near what you should have been getting, to overflow, major success, generational wealth. It's going to be like one thing after another. It's going to be pouring out. There's like something breaking through, possibly in your finances, okay? And then it's going to be like one thing after another. Like before, in your trials and tribulations, it was like, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing that was happening to you. Now it's going to be blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing. These people would have no other choice but to sit here and watch you have blessing after blessing after blessing. Okay, so now this person who's trapped in their head that could possibly be in jail or was in jail from your past, they're in a mental prison at very least. They have a lot of love for you. Their goal is to come forward and to release what was yours, and to get a victory, and also, you know what I mean, to give back what was taken, and they really want another chance, like a friendship or something. This person's really beating themselves up for how they treated you, okay? Someone's name could begin with a W, or something. Wyatt could be someone's last name, or a T, or TW could be someone's initials, or WT. So Wyatt, Watts. Yes, you're quick-witted. They weren't expecting you to do this, but you're about to have major overflow. Major overflow. Finances, everything. Victories and everything. Because you stayed the course, weathered the storm. You're getting a fortune, good luck, good fortune, good karma. It's literally one thing after another. Yep, and you're going to be saying, thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You're going to be, and because God's stepping in. It's in God's hands. Let's not forget to give God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Clyde is hitting me with his tail right now. Do not forget to thank God for everything that he's doing for you. God's making a way for you when there seems to be no way. Hi, baby boy. I love you. I was just going like this with his tail. So yeah, like he was hitting me with his tail. So you're about to get, like, with God stepping in, it's in God's hands. So God's pushing you forward. You know what I mean? Into major success. This is beautiful. I love this. This is the golden ticket. Yeah, and they're mad. These people are jealous or envious because you are the golden ticket. You're the golden child. There it is. Thank you, God. You're about to get quick communication because God's stepping in and God is rapidly progressing you. Okay? So let's communicate now to God, saying thank you. Okay? So God stepping in is in God's hands. You're getting the victory. All right? And God's not allowing you to walk away. Okay? And God, because you stay the course, weather the storm, you're thanking God. You know what I mean? That's you being grateful, even when you don't have anything and everything else. I'm telling you right now, even when, like, you're not sure what's going on, your world falling apart, when your world's upside down, you're still grateful. You know what I mean? These people are not grateful. That's the difference. All they care about is money, greed, and getting things the way they want and everything else. Even when you don't have it, you're still grateful. And now it says right here, let's joy the world of, it says of tarot, but just, you could be a reader. Don't have to be, but you could be. You know what I mean? But you didn't, maybe you are a reader, and maybe that's what you do. And you could have been getting attacked by people you don't even freaking know. Especially being a twin flame, you know what I mean? You're getting attacked by the light and the dark. And if you are a reader, you're getting attacked by people you never met and you never will meet because you're exposing the truth. You know what I mean? And that's going to lead you to a fortune. But yeah, you're getting the victory because God's stepping in. You're going to start thanking God, and God's going to rapidly progress you, and you're about to get some sort of quick communication. And plus, let's not forget, God absolutely loves you. You are anointed, okay? You're God's chosen one, okay? You're anointed, your cup's overflowing, and you're rapidly progressing into victory, success, public recognition, possibly. No, this is some sort of fame here. You're getting some sort of fame here, okay? And you might be getting quick communication from your true twin flame too. All right, and somebody lost a job, or somebody might reach out to you because this could be your false flame. Be careful, be mindful. Your false flame might try to reach out to you too, because I feel like they got into a fight with their person and they got caught cheating and manipulating, and maybe their wang's not working, or their true child's not working, or it's pussing or something. I don't know, leaking fluids and stuff. I don't know, but so I feel like they might not have anywhere to go. All right, and then they might not have anywhere to go. They could have got kicked out of the house, or they could be living in a house that belongs to you, that's coming back to you. So be mindful, and they also lost a job, so they might want to reach out to you and ask for a place to stay. So hail to the na. And because they've been attacking your finances and your destiny, and everything else, they're losing everything. You were the golden ticket. You were like their main supply. You calling your energy and you standing in your power, calling your energy and your power back. That you know what I mean. And removing those soul ties is you were their job. You were their life force. Their life force. They were literally sucking you dry. Now they're nervous. Okay, someone lost a job and their money and everything. They're nervous. Okay, because you're getting justice in the upright. And from this dark root cold covenant, this dark root cold covenant secret society is a painful permanent ending. There could be a marriage ending as well. Okay, because you got your sword up. Yeah, you're protected, and you release any heavy burdens. Okay, and now these people that refuses to balance things out, that were just trying to juggle you, that refuses to rest, it refuses to do the right thing, they're unable to heal. Somebody's about to pass away, probably from that dark manipulation. What they're doing. This dark group called Coven Secret Society is completely over. It's a painful permanent ending to them. Somebody might self-delete. I don't know. Okay, but you keep your sword up against them. Okay, you've been protecting yourself, you release those burdens. You don't want to bounce things out with them. You're done with them. It's over for them. Okay, yep, you're keeping your sword up, exactly. And now you're about to be extremely happy, and people are about to expose. What these people did. Somebody is secretly exposing. Okay, somebody's secretly exposing all the manipulation. What was done in the dark has come to light. Okay, something about a hidden child. Somebody might find out there was a kid that they could have got pregnant and found out a kid's not theirs, or somebody could have got pregnant by somebody else, and that could have been what this breakup is. Yeah, you really said the grief paints are agony. This is beautiful. I love this. This is amazing reading. Whoever this is for, get ready, because your life is about to change in a huge way. Huge way. You're going from pain, agony, a lot of strife, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of everything. There's a lot of swords, a lot of wands, dude, and a lot of like cups in the reverse, and there's a lot of everything out here. But you went through hell and high water. Okay, there's a lot that you went through, but I'm telling you, your life, you already are like unrecognizable to these people, but you have no idea. Like in a year from now, no one's you're not gonna recognize yourself. Okay, your life is gonna be completely different in a good way. What are you doing? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, giving messages for the collective at this time, please, and thank you. And God's saying thank you for not walking away from your post, from because whatever you're here to do is way bigger than you could ever imagine. Face your financial fears, okay? When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, that could be the thing that's holding you down right there too. They can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness. And you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear. And that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. It could even be something as simple as that. Maybe you're afraid, like, oh, well, if I do succeed, if I do have this, and there's going to be more money, more problems, or, stuff like that. You might not even be aware of this. Like I said, somebody needs to go inward, okay? Like, really go into a deep meditation, like really, and soul search, like something about like, because you've been through so much, and I feel like you're just first of all, you're immune to the dark manipulation. You're immune to it. Like, you're being attacked constantly, and God is, like I said earlier, like you really just need to thank God, because he's constantly blocking everything. Like you're being attacked nonstop, okay? And you're like immune to it. And it's like a shield, like God's shielding you and protecting you. But yeah, someone's their goal that's either in jail or that's in a mental prison from your past, their goal is to come forward to communicate with you. Ow. They're being divinely guided to do this, to not fight with you, to close out some cycles, and they're going to get good karma for doing this, and to right their wrongs. And this person's like really, really trapped in their head about how bad they betrayed you, and you know what I mean? And knowing that you didn't deserve, because like I said, they have a lot of love for you. They, with that Queen of Cups now into the Ace of Cups right here, this person has a lot of love for you, and they really regret, because now everything, like people are all turning on each other, you know what I mean? Because everything they're doing in your energy, like they're all the attacks and everything else is backfiring onto them, and it's not affecting you because God's there protecting you, and you're in your purpose now. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? So you know what I mean? And it's so all the mental attacks, all the psychic attacks, everything, okay? They're attacking your love life, your sex life, okay? Your friendships, your relationships, your family, everything, your finances, and it's all backfiring onto them. Nobody, you know, these people are not trustworthy at all, and they know that you are the only trustworthy person that these people ever met, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that were like, you were there for them when nobody else was, and they were doing you dirty the whole time. And even when you knew they were doing you dirty, you were still there for them. And they're remembering this, and like, and they have nobody now. They really wish that they had you. Like, you know what I mean? That they could talk to you, but they can't. Blessed are the peacemakers. And here, this is the person that's going to make peace here. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God, okay? And Matthew 5:9. And whoever this is that's bringing peace and righting the wrongs and everything else, that's doing the right thing, they're about to be blessed like tremendously for this as well. Positivity, faith, and optimism. Somebody could be a Leo, or someone's name could be a Leo. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Like I said, no matter what it looks like, and I'm telling you, like you doing that and just trusting. I'm telling you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Be present. Worry about here and now, because tomorrow's already taken care of. I am with you always, even because God's with you always, even unto the end of the world. Matthew 28:20. No matter what, God's got your back. No matter what, you should definitely know that by now, for sure. After everything you've been through, this is a lot. I'm telling you, your whole world's about to change. And somebody's about to get some sort of fame here, like literally fame. For sure. Whether you want it or not. And it could even be as simple as like how deep and dark this goes. Like it might not even be something that you're creating. You might just be, there could be a huge bust or something that's happening here with what you went through. And there's so many people stalking you and everything else. Like there's a huge cover up and everything. Like there's just a lot going on here. So this could hit the news, and like people finding out about this during the trial and everything. Like it could be, you know what I mean? Like become famous from that and from your trials, tribulations, and everything you went through. It could be something that you're creating in yourself that they've been trying to stop and block as well. There could be like somebody that wants to write a book about you, or a movie or something, song, let's see, music notes. Or it could be something that you're doing yourself, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? 36, the gardener. Weed out negativity and toxic thoughts to clear the way for the new growth that is sure to come if you add habits that heal to your life. Like I said, every time you heal, every time you better yourself, I'm telling you right now, anytime a negative, intrusive thought comes, or somebody tries to come in with some sort of negativity, do not open that door. Do not allow it. Do not allow it to lower your vibration. Do not fight back. Instead, compliment the person. Confirmation to compliment the person. Okay, and immediately they're like, what the hell? Trip them out of there, you know what I mean? And because that's how they're getting to you, through deep emotions that wasn't working anymore. You healed from those deep emotions, so then they will start to try to start a new wound, but they can't. and they were going real deep, real far. Like they didn't care. Like somehow, like somebody mocking you. Like no. These people are like making bets, taking bets, like bidding off of you. Like no, fuck that. The best thing you could do is just continue to better yourself, because you've been through enough, dude. You've been through a lot, a lot. They've been energy harvesting off of you like crazy, siphoning from you. Any of these names could be your name, somebody involved, or past on loved ones, first, middle, or last name. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. Yeah, see, with that Bonnie there, I feel like this could even be somebody from your past that was like a Bonnie and Clyde to you, or it could be your false flames Bonnie or Clyde type of person. You know what I mean? They thought they were going to ride together and everything else, and you might be surprised to see who this is. Yeah, you're crossing Jordan though. Somebody's caught on camera. Sagittarius, Fran, Franny, or Francis. Fred could be someone's name because it says Alfred, but Fred is one that's sticking out. Fred, Freddie, or Frederick. And like I said, with Jordan, like Michael Jordan, because I think Michael came out too. Where's that? Brit. Oh no, it's Paul. I thought it's Brittany. It's the one where it says Michael, but that made me think of it because the other card says Brittany and then says Mike on the other side would be like Michael Jordan, which his number was 23, which is like Psalm 23. God's prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Like I said from the very beginning, they're going to have to watch you, succeed. They don't want to, they're going to. Jenny! Misty! Your destiny is safe. I forget how many times that was. I think it was only 2, right? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, any other names involved in the situation, please and thank you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Demonte, somebody could be demoted to. In that blank space, let's see if there's anything under. No, that's all of them. All right. A Libra. Somebody could have a Libra grandmother or something like that. They'll have to be a Libra. Someone's grandmother. Love and miss you, Mama. May you rest in peace. Dylan or Dill. Love and miss you, Dylan. May you rest in peace. This card, Cancer. Or somebody could have cancer. Someone's grandmother could have cancer. Somebody could have cancer or something like that. Oh, remember that person, somebody that's unable to heal? Mark, Toby. Somebody could have put a mark out on you, try to make it look like cancer, like your password or some shit like this. Jenny or Jennifer, Lacey. They could have tried to put a mark on you and put like to lace your drink or something, like slip you a Mickey or something, like drug you and make it look like you had, or someone's grandmother, or something like that. Could have been doing this, and they could have, maybe somebody made it look like they passed away from cancer, but really put a mark out on this person and was drugging this person and got rid of them and made it look like it was you know, the person that left you this money in this house or whatever. James, Jim, or Jimmy. Alex, Al, or Alexander, Alex, or Al. That's crazy. A Leo, told you there's something about a Leo, or someone's name. That could even be someone's name is Leo. Molly, Nina, Artie, or Arthur. Somebody could be an artist. Frankie, or Franklin. Brian, or O'Brien. Steph, or Stephanie. Mystic, you could be a mystic. Laura. Glenn. Glenn, or Sherry. Dustin. Jacqueline, or Jackie. Misty, your destiny is safe. Someone's name could be Destiny. Aquarius, in that blank space. It's about to be an Aquarius season, okay, for you. Nicole, or Nikki. Fred, Freddie, or Frederick. Miles, Fred, somebody's called. God's making sure. God's stepping in it and making sure that someone's getting caught on camera, okay? Miles. And also, like Alfred, you know, in Batman, the butler, like, God's working for you. Like, God's stepping in, it's in God's hands, and God's, like, working for you as, like, you're not, you know, pretty much, like, as you're, not, I don't even want to say those words in my mind, but you know what I'm trying to say. He's working on your behalf. He's going the extra mile for you. You know what I mean? Because you didn't walk away from your post, your destiny, what you're supposed to be doing, your purpose. You stayed the course by the storm during all this. You didn't give up, and you trusted in God, had faith. A Taurus, Heather, Sean, Ariel, Shane. I just thought, when I said that, for some reason I thought of aerial roots. Somebody could have been trying to put roots on you, like, you know, in plants. Like, this is, like, that's an aerial root right here. Or where's that one right there? That's an aerial root. So somebody could have been trying to put roots on you. Somebody could be doing root work or something. Charlie, Charles, Chuck, or Chaz. Ray, or Raven, or Ray. Kenyatta. Something about hearing it down the grapevine, okay? Smith. Abdul. Elizabeth, Liz, or Beth. Someone's mom. Love Mission Mom, may you rest in peace. Cindy, Sin, or Cynthia. Somebody's mom could have sinned, okay? I got caught up. Jordan. You're crossing with Jordan. D, or Dee Dee. Britt, or Brittany. Paul. Hart, or Hardy. Oh, yeah, Hart. Clay, or Taquay. Lisa. Melinda. Michelle. Henry. Bonnie. Trevor. I gotta go check on my little Bonnie girl. Williams. Kev, Kevin, or yeah, Kev or Kevin, and Williams. And that's all I got for y'all, guys. I'm gonna go check on my little Bonnie girl. Go give her num nums. She's probably out there. Alright, guys, that's all I got for you. Until next time, remember, God loves you, and so do I. Spread love, not hate always. And please do not forget to give God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit the utmost love, respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all that they do. I'm telling you right now, this is amazing. Whatever this is beautiful. Somebody's going to be like crying. Like, I'm just saying, like, tears of joy. You had enough tears of pain, okay? And God's been watching every time you cried, you know, and every time you felt like giving up, and you know, most people would have given up, okay? Or they would have threw in the towel or did something crazy, reckless, you know, to themselves or to somebody else, and you didn't. You stood in the upright, even when your whole world was turned upside down. You know what I mean? Most of the cards came out, and the reverse or on the fence, even when you were, you know, on shaky grounds, when your world was upside down. And like I said, there was that whole faith that whole time, and you were unsure, unaware of what's going on. Where all odds stacked against you, everybody betraying you with major betrayals and everything else. The fact that you kept going, you trusted in God, and you didn't give up, and you are grateful for what you have, even if it wasn't anything. You know what I mean? You had your life. You know what I mean? And you still managed to take the lead, okay? Stand in your power and move forward and not give up, okay? Somebody could have lost a business, or a father, or uncle, or grandfather. Could have lost a job. telling you. Yeah, somebody was heartless, soulless. They took some sort of careless, reckless, heartless action. Okay, this could be your ex. I'm telling you, it's like you were their job. You were their main supply, their main energy source. Okay, they've been siphoning, attacking, and also getting paid to destroy you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they couldn't. These people are really, surprised at your strength and your power, your ability. Somebody like seriously gets off on the fact of you being able to rebuild all the time and keep going and still staying, keeping your heart and not allowing anybody to take your heart. Someone's name could be Jack. Not taking, not like allowing people, not allowing the darkness to turn you dark. You know what I mean? When you you have every right to, but just don't. Trust me, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do, and your false flame. They know they're on their way out. They already knew that, so they're gonna try anything they can. Okay, but it's not gonna work. So just be mindful. Just be really, really mindful of them trying. Just anybody trying to start arguments or anything with you. Do not fall for that. And get ready for a huge life change, man. The whole world's getting changed, turned around for but in the, instead of turning upside down, you're going from upside down to the upright. You know what I mean? But that's all I got. Until next time, remember, God loves you, so do I. Spread love, not hate, always. And please do not forget to give God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit the utmost love, respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all that they do in their lives. And if you did not hit that like button yet, what is you waiting for? Please hit the like button. Please hit share. Please hit subscribe. And please turn that notification bell on to all so you can always be updated whenever I put another message out there for you guys. And if you'd like to donate, you do not have to. It's not a requirement, but it is truly appreciated. The information is in the description box down below. And thank you from the bottom up, but with all of my heart and soul, ahead of time to anybody and everybody who chooses to do so, and to everybody who has been. And for the super thanks and memberships and everything, thank you, thank you, thank you. May God bless your beautiful, gorgeous souls tenfold. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. And good night, sweet dreams, and God bless, guys. Jay.